All right, so we're going to do problem number 2 in lesson 6. So here we go. We have another array, but we need to pretty much circle out whatever the problem is asking us for this time. Before, they were asking us about rows, but this time they're asking us about columns, okay? And they try to get trickier in the problems. This time they didn't tell you how many columns you should have. Now you just have to figure it out on your own. But you guys are super duper quick and smart, so I know that you can already tell how many columns there are. But like I told you in the first problem, you need to circle out each one of whatever they're asking, whether it be columns or rows. This time they're doing columns. So columns go up and down. So I'm going to circle them really quickly. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you had already said 4 in your mind, go ahead and kiss your brain. All right, so there are 4 columns and 4 columns of how many X's? Well, this one has 3, 3, 3, 3. So each column has 3. Okay, so now, guess what? I already had those lines pre-made for you. So there's 4 columns, and in each there are 3. There's 3 in that one. There's 3 in the second, 3 and 3. And if you don't feel like counting each one of them, then, just go ahead and add these up, and whatever is here is up here too. Okay, 3 plus 3, 6. Bring down the plus sign. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. My answer up here should also be 12. And you know what? Just for funsies, I'm going to count them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ha! That's 12. Awesome job, guys. So, that's where it's super easy. But now, there may be problems that ask you, what happens if I add another column to this array? Well, do you have a pencil? Yeah. Do you have a notebook? Yeah. Can you draw another column by yourselves? I'm sure you can. So I'm going to show you how I would do it, okay? If I have my array, and I'm going to use a different color just to show you, and I want to add another column, I know that it has to go up and down. So I'm just going to add it right at the end of this one, okay? And I know that it needs to have 3 because each one of these had 3 X's in them. So I'm just going to add my 3 X's. Now I have an extra column. Now I have, and I'm going to write it on the side, okay? Now my problem kind of changed. So I'm going to make like another section of my page. On yours, there will be a section at the bottom to write, but I don't have extra space on the bottom, so I created another space on the side. Now I don't have 4 columns. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the 5th one that I just made. So there are 5 columns of still 3 X's. And I know that all the black ones that they gave me were 12, so I'm just going to count on from the 12, 13, 14, 15. Guess what? This is now 15. Now it changed. It changed from being 12 X's to 15 X's, okay? And if I was adding them, I would add 5 lines of 3 because each column had 3 X's. 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, and don't forget about the 3. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 more is 15. Easy peasy, okay? They might ask you to add another row. And you're thinking, what? There are no rows there. We didn't count any rows. But they may ask you just to try and trick you. And they might say, what if you add another row to this array? Well, I know that it needs to go sideways, and I would probably put it at the very bottom. And I would follow the same shape that it has, and I'd start my X's right underneath the top ones that you just did, that you just had. Well, now, and it's asking for rows, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 2, 4, 5 of 5 X's. Okay? And then you would count them all. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And it's a total of 20. Okay? So they might ask you to do things like this that get a little bit tricky. But you just have to be problem solvers and try your best. Okay? So that's it for what you're going to be doing for today. You're just taking arrays and you're breaking them apart. And you're breaking them apart by just circling them. And you're counting the rows. So here we counted columns or rows. Okay? That's all you're going to be doing today. All right? Good luck, guys.